Okay, we're in our last video working problem number 20 out of the list of crazy polynomial problems that are word problems. And I was right, this is a cubic. The problem runs as follows. The product of 25 less than the square of a number and 3 more than that number is 0. I don't want to lose the reality. I always start simple and then move more complex by substitution on word problems. So the product just means x times y equals something. They say the product of 25 less than the square of a number and 3 more than the square of that, or than that number is 0. So my product equals 0. Let's pick a number and go part by part. We'll call our new variable a. So they say the product of 25 less, so minus 25, of the square of a number, so a squared, times the y, and the y is 3 more than that number, so 3 plus a, or plus 3 plus a, equals 0. Now I've got my cubic once I multiply all this out. But I'm not going to multiply it out because they have asked me to find the numbers that meet this requirement. So we have 3 different options for a, probably. And we got to do that by finding the factors first and then solving for a out of each of those factors. So here we go. The first factor here is a difference of squares. I've memorized all my rules. I know this really well. It's a plus 5, a minus 5. If you're a little lost there, go look up a difference of squares and you'll figure out what I'm talking about. The last product is a plus 3. The whole thing equals 0. Oh, this is unbelievably easy to solve. We didn't need a whole video for that. Now we can just see that since we have 3 things times each other equaling 0, it's like x times y. If that just equals 0, what do I know? Well, x could be 0. Or y could be 0, or both of them could be 0. That's the only way I'm going to get 0 when I'm multiplying. So here I have the more complicated version of z times x times y. So 3 things. So z could be 0, x could be 0, y could be 0. All 3 of them could be 0. Just z and x could be x and y, or z and y, like any order. I'm getting 0 at the end of the day. So I can make up 3 separate equations. 1. Where each of these things equals 0. So a plus 5 equals 0. Next one would be a minus, or let me give some space. 2. A minus 5 equals 0. And then the last one is a, so much for space, a plus 3 equals 0. Solving them in reverse order, a equals, hey, negative 3, because we subtracted 3 from both sides. A equals 5. Because we added 5 to both sides. Now we subtract 5 from both sides to get rid of the plus 5, so a equals negative 5. So my answers are negative 5, positive 5, and negative 3. That's the end of our word problem polynomial factoring. So I hope you enjoyed it. Have a great night.